Hello, this is Marvellous Action Figures and I'm Paul, and coming up today I've got a Marvellous Action figure, I think, not without issues, the GI Joe Classified Nightfall's Wolf Spider. Now this is Parth Varma, and originally I think, with everything I read about this was going to be an army builder, but they've given him a whole backstory. He's from a family of doctors. He is an exfiltration expert, so he gets in and he gets them out, and a lot of his accessories back that up and complement that. He's a very, very decent figure. This is a good response to the Valaverse from the Hasbro team here. He's a really solid looking figure. The paint application is great. The body armor is excellent. There's a lot going on the costume and on the outfit, and the detailing comes with a load of accessories as well, but not without some issues with the figure, which I'll cover. The head, as you can see, now the head is a bit loose on this one. Not loose in any way that's going to come off, so there's no danger of that, but it is quite a sort of free moving head. Reasonable articulation up and down is okay. Well, down's good, up is not too bad. Quite loose on the sides though. Now the arms are mega stiff, and this is after I've heated these up as well. The butterfly joints I have had to use to turn the arm sort of outward and then to get it up into that T shape. So it does go up there, but the shoulders are really stiff. But once the butterfly joint is accessed, it's not too bad. This double elbow is excellent, but again, super stiff. I almost had to sort of grip that to turn it back and sort of make a fist of my own hand with his arm inside it to do that. The ab crunch is okay, but he's got the full waist jacket on this one, flak jacket, so that obviously restricts some of the ab crunch movement. Drop down legs is great, splits his movement, the full range of motion is good, but the real problem comes with the double knee bend, and they are so stiff, so really be careful with yours if you haven't got yours yet. You see I'm forcing that back to get that in there, and that is after heating that up. When it's back, it's a really sweet bend, as you can see, but my goodness, I had to really force that, snap that back, and at one point I was thinking I was almost going to break that knee in terms of doing it, but I didn't, and it's fine. And then in terms of the other parts, so picking up the boot swivel with him as well, that is okay. I'm just fiddling around with it here with the boot swivel. That's good. Reasonable on the out, and then pivot inside and then up and down as you'd expect. That moves quite well, but really be careful on those knees when you bend him up. But he looks great, he stands great, and he articulates okay with a lot of work. Now let's get him accessorized up. Okay, so I've gone first of all, so I've put his pump action shotgun on him, put his backpack on with his comms unit, and I've put this sort of face plate, this sort of guard on the sort of almost a gas mask, but not gas mask. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, which I don't know, and I know someone will tell me. Probably my friend Jay, because he's an expert at these sorts of things. He will let me know. So I put this plate on first, which looks really cool. It's a really good look to him, and he's obviously got his sort of night vision scope there over one eye. I've put his pistol into the holster. That sits nice and snug in there. It's a really nice design, quite chunky, not gummy at all. The pump action shotgun, it's an odd choice. It's sort of okay. I'm just running through the accessories here as we're talking about that, and I'll pick them a bit more detail. But he's obviously got the flip handle on the back of the and there you go, that proves my point. It's got these little C clips to it, and they're so annoying. The stuff just keeps popping off it so quick. You've barely got to touch it. There's two connections to it, and I do find that quite frustrating. I might even end up gluing certainly the end piece onto it. I might end up gluing that on because it just really annoys me, or I'll probably swap his weapon out ultimately. I do like it, but it is a weird choice for an exfiltration expert, because you're looking at someone who's going to be making fast-paced cover gunfire to get in there and get his fellow Joes out. The backpack's good, so the comms so I look at the dagger first of all. So the dagger sits nicely in the holder for that. That's a good dagger, got some nice serrated edges on it. And then with the backpack itself, you've got the aerial which clips in, and again I can't get mine all the way in. This is his comms, this is his rope, his exfiltration rope that he obviously hangs down on and swings down with. It's not the longest piece of rope. I'll probably swap that out for something a lot better and a lot more durable, because by the time you wrap that around his hand and then wrapped it around his waist, it's not the most durable. Now this helmet I'm going to do separately. It's a really cool helmet. Again, another C clip on the top, so it's night vision goggles clip onto that, at the front. Go on very easy, and then they flip up, so you can obviously see them eyes out or with the scope over it. I'm going to do that separately in just a moment, because that needs a lot of work on the head, as you will see. So I'm going to just give this another little warm up. Really got to heat that up because it's quite a solid unit, and we'll take a look at that now on a match that on his head. Right, so I've popped the head off with this one because it's easier to do this, to take the head out and then push the head down into the helmet and then fit it on. Now, it is super, super fiddly. The strap is connected, but it's quite a thin join to the helmet, so you need to go careful. So too much stretching, forcing that around, it's probably going to snap at some point. And then it has got a little extra chin strap to it, so it does look like it's sort of loose and you can flip it off, but it is attached, so go careful. So I say go careful, but I'm not, as you can see. I'm shoving that in there. And ultimately, that is the best way to do it, though. Shove the head into the helmet, get it into the shape that you want, and then pop it back on to the figure. And it pops on really easy. There's no problem at all with that. And you see, so I mean, it looks great. I really love this look to it. And even if you take the goggles off, that helmet is great. And the Nightfall's colour scheme works really well with it there. And it looks super cool when it's on. But it is really, really fiddly and a real pain to do, so you do have to go careful with it while you're doing that. But again, it looks great. It really complements the figure, and I think it's something that really sets it off as a great action piece. I do like the other look. I love this sort of faceplate look to it, but there's no way I can get that on with the helmet, because that would have been quite cool. That would have been a really good look to it. Maybe it's doable, but I just can't get the shape of the helmet enough to put that on underneath it. So I haven't done that element to it as well. But it does look really cool. I'm just going to fiddle around and put the goggles back on it. And what I'll do now is I will scale him up with a couple of other Joes and see how he looks. Right, let's start off with a couple of Cobras. I've got them with the original edition Special Missions Firefly, who I have taken the waist jacket off on this one because I prefer it without it. And one of my favourites, Cobra Trooper. Looks good, a good style to it. It actually makes his Firefly look a little bit thinner. Certainly we've taken the waistcoat off it, and he's got very sort of chunky trousers, old Parth here against Firefly. But they work well, looks really good with the Cobra officer. He's got a slight height advantage over them there, but I think that looks quite good, works very well. Right, in with two characters I could see him in battle with. So here with Dusty, and a real favourite of mine, Stalker as well. That's a great look. I think he looks excellent with this Stalker. I think that I'm going to be doing a lot with these two together, I think, because that's a really, really great match. I think that goes out well, and I can very much see him in the same danger zones with these two, getting them out of trouble. They're in there. I think that is a really, really cool look. So very, very happy with the way he looks against these two Joes. Well, I'm going to leave him set up with these two because I think that's a really great set piece between them. And that's it. That's all I've got for you with this figure. It's great. It looks excellent. It would make a fantastic army builder, but it's not without its issues, which I've covered off here. And hopefully they'll give you little guides when you get your figures so you don't end up breaking him. Warm him up, get those joints going. But he is a very cool figure. So I am very pleased to add him to the collection. That is it from me. Thank you very, very much if you've gone all the way through this video and watched it. Let me know what you think. If you've got the figure, let me know if you've got any of the QC issues. Not QC issues. Let me know if you had any of the same sort of things with it that I experienced. Thank you so much for watching. If you could give it a like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And of course, for everyone who already likes and subscribes, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate everybody who listens to my videos and puts up with me. And that is it. So I'll leave you with a little montage of the Wolf Spider. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.